Hey, Tony Gasson here, popping in. My wife was just asking me about a email she been getting, and people were asking, on the Academy, TonyGasson'sAcademy.com, like, hey, I seen the price change. Listen, my prices, I priced the courses very cheap, considering the market value, and so it only is going up from here. The only time it go down is when you have a big sale day, like on a Black Friday. So if you see a course that you want, make sure you go and get on there on Tony Gass's Academy. And if you have a course, even a free course, it puts you on the mailing list. So I sent an email when, hey, today is the last day for this course. So y'all understand that and save the email address that it comes from. It comes from support@TonyGassons.com, and make sure that you just click it, open it, skim it real quick, and then you could delete it so that way you don't miss anything. Because one of these days it'll be, hey, first person to respond to this, I'm sowing $1,000 into your business. And so while you seeing it and you have that scarcity mindset of another email, and that right there, how you miss your blessings, just right there. Not checking your email, not being in expectation of your opportunity. So that's just a lesson. So for those of y'all who, you looking at it and you kept looking at it, and then now you see the price change, the lesson is don't procrastinate. No, don't procrastinate. Be intentional about whatever it is you pursuing in your life, on your job, your career, living life. Live, do, make it happen. So hey, Tony Gasson's Academy.com. Now here we go. We into the talks with Tony. And this one don't look too long. And I got to do a little football practice with my oldest son because he got his first flag football game tonight. And so he want to do a little practice when he get done doing his sprints on the treadmill. So my wife got him doing his sprints on the treadmill. So I want to kind of time this to where, after he do that and rest a little bit, I'll be done with this. So I'm going to try to be around 30 minutes. It's a short one. And Lord willing, after we get us about 30 minutes of practice in, then I will get to do another one that may go up for the nighttime. Lord willing, cannot promise that. Hey Tony, I am a 26-year-old, first-time mom. My son will be 1 in November, and my baby daddy, and now November, this email from November, so it was that month that the son was turning 1. And my baby daddy and I broke up last year. His child's mother wanted to go out of town and work, so she left him. Her apartment and her car so that he could watch their 2 sons, which was 1 and 2 at the time. He started acting different, so I left him not knowing I was pregnant. So his baby mama put him on child support because he had, y'all gotta forgive me, she was in a rush, so it's some typos in here that I'm trying to work through. I done fixed all the ones to this point, so y'all didn't even catch those, but y'all forgive me. So his baby mama put him on child support because he had me, and she would tell him crazy stuff like she wish he'd die so she can celebrate. She don't like the kids because they look like him. And she even said F the kids, her own children. So they got back together when I left from his hometown acting off my emotions. So fast forward, her and I got into a fight on Facebook, and she told me that she is moving far away so that he could get away from me and my baby, and that's what happened. We are all from Louisiana, and she moved them to North Dakota because she's a CNA. Okay, I already answered this. I done seen this one before. And the woman sent it again. And I got to get to this part before I realized I done answered this question before. Because she's a travel CNA. Now, y'all remember this? And then somebody said, Tony, you ought to search their email to see it. Nah, I ain't got that kind of time to be looking at the email and searching it to see if they already sent one. I ain't got that kind of time now. Y'all be having all the time in the world for me on these comments. Listen, I ain't got time. Yeah, I already answered this one, y'all. Y'all got to forgive me. About the traveling CNA woman and all of that. Well, I thought I had my short one. Now I go to the next one. Oh, my goodness. Well, oh my goodness. Now I go to the next one. This thing here so long. And she got the screenshots of the text messages. Lord, let's get through this now. Because my boy going to need me here to get out here and practice. I dated a guy for 6 months. 2015. And if y'all thought that last one about to get good, you just got to watch all the Talks with Tony to figure out which one it is. I don't remember the title of it, but you just got to catch up with him. It's a playlist called Talks with Tony. You can catch up with him. I dated a guy for 6 months, 2015, before I called it off and started dating my ex. Shortly after we dated for 3 months before we made it official and were together for 3 years until we broke up in January of 2018. After over a year, my ass. Okay. After over a year of being single, in July of 2019, I run into the guy I was dating before him, and he told me how he had looked for me and couldn't believe he had ran into me. And so our journey began. He tells me all the right things and tells me how he never wants to lose me again. So over the course of 4 months, we date. And so eventually I ask him, where does he feel like things are headed? And he tell me that we are taking things slow. And I am just not satisfied with his response. So I became distant. So the distance continues. This was in October 2019. I stopped reaching out and hear less and less from him. Throughout time, he confesses love only in words but never in actions. So to me, it's clear he's not serious. He reaches out for Thanksgiving and Christmas, but nothing serious. I can tell he's alone, and he hints around about seeing me, but again, all words, no action. I let him know I'm not available, and we leave it at that. New Year's, I get a text at midnight to let me know I was on his mind, but again, nothing for me to really say his effort is in it for us. I forgot to mention, I found out he was active on a dating site, which was mainly how I was able to keep my distance from him, because between work, I felt he gave me none of his time, so I figured he had to be spending it elsewhere. He's a supervisor, age 41, at the post office and stays pretty busy. Myself, age 37, I work full-time in a doctor's office, take online courses as I major in psychology, working towards my bachelor's, and mother of 3, and I work on and off part-time utilizing my cosmetology license, along with making time to take care of my health and wellness by having a personal trainer that I see twice a week. I say all this to say he didn't make time for me like he had in the beginning, so I walked. Valentine's comes around and he wants to send me flowers and candy to my job. Nice gesture, I guess. And so we began talking again, but the part that bothered me was the fact that I never was able to address the distance as I wanted. So our communication is lacking and commitment for him is also lacking. So eventually I back off from him again. Now here we are in November. I borrowed $250 for a very short period. We had playful conversation until he took what I said out of context. I tried to call him and explain. He did not answer. I called twice. So I just wound up. Y'all gotta forgive me. It's just something. I don't know what it is, but it's something about when a man get petty in these letters. It just make me laugh. I don't know if it's because I'm a man, but I do not know what it is. But y'all gotta forgive me. It's just something about a petty man just be having me chuckling. I just forgive him. I borrowed $250 for a very short period. We had playful conversation until he took what I said out of context. I tried to call him and explain, and he did not answer. I called twice, so I just wound up sending him the money I borrowed and told him I would never ask him again for anything again. Part of me feels like it was meant to happen this way, but I am trying very hard not to reach out to him because even though I called him twice and he didn't answer, he has yet to reach out about this misunderstanding, and this is the one time I wish he would. Another time, any other time, I would just leave it alone and move on. So I just need your advice so I can get a clearer picture of this whole situation. I have attached the screenshots of our conversation. I need to end this situation once and for all, but I really need your help. Bottom to top is the order. Okay. Um, so the one at the top, you're one, and the one at the top is the same. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just read it from the bottom to top, like you said. You're funny. Oh, y'all ain't got no iPhone. Cause this here second text is this text in green. Oh, y'all ain't got no iPhone. Okay. You're funny. Hope y'all work out. Why you ask me for money? So okay, so I'm guessing this is him in the black. You're funny. Hope y'all work out. Why you ask me for money when you got someone? I feel played. Run me my Oh my god, y'all gotta forgive that. Commercial break. Woo. Y'all that man say, I feel played. Run me my change tomorrow, please. Have a good night. Have a good night. Sorry, I care about you. I'll find a way to um so now I'm confused because you said bottom to top. Oh, so maybe okay, it's this one. Okay, at the top of it. Okay, my bad. No ma'am. So it start out no ma'am, no rush. Call me when you can. So that's the green. So I'm guessing that's you. Okay. And then so the next day, Sunday, 8:21 p.m. That's telling in itself. He writes you Sunday, 8:21 p.m. How are you today? And then you say, I'm exhausted. How are you? Then he says, yeah, poor thing, the same. I had to work today. SMH. Thinking about your smile. Then you say, I should be saying the same to you. Do you ever get a day off? Then he said, LOL, grind never stops. The post office closed on Sunday. Well, I know that some gonna be open now. I know I did see the post office here now for like the whatever, but he said, LOL, grind never stops. Then you say, that's good to know, but somebody's been getting my time. And then he says, you're funny. Hope y'all work out. Why you ask me for money when you got someone? Oh, you said that's good to know, but somebody's been getting my time. So you telling him somebody been taking your time with him from you, and he thought you said somebody been getting your time. Now I could tell just off his text, I could just tell he a little couple fries short of a Happy Meal anyways, from when he said poor thing, the same. I had to work today, SMH. Now, when a man using them little turn poor thing, and then he use SMH, and then he say thinking about your smile. Come on now, with that old tired game. And then he say, why? Then he said, you're funny. Hope y'all work out. Why you ask me for money when you got someone? I feel played. Run me my change tomorrow, please. Have a good night. Sorry, I care about you. I'll find a way to. Okay, so then this. Okay. Sorry, I care about you. I'll find a way to let go. And then you said, I was asking you who's getting your time, meaning my time with you. And then he said, no one gets my time. The job about it. Okay, this is brother here. The job about it, unless he Eminem, grew up on 8 Mile. Yeah, this is brother here. Unless he Hispanic and English is second language. The job about it. Hey, I'm going to bed. Long day. And then you said, what you are not going to do is make... Y'all forgive me. It's a commercial break. Okay, let me see now. Listen. Y'all gotta forgive me now. I'm reading all these letters now. I don't know what it is about this one. But now, see, listen. I can tell now. I already know what kind of hairstyle she got too. It's only a couple kind of hairstyles that say this. Because what she said. Now you said what you are not going to do is make it seem like I said something out of pocket. You misunderstood what I said, and now you don't want to even answer my call. I will never ask you for another thing in my life. Hope you sleep well. So he know now. See, this is the thing. He is a couple fries short of Happy Meal. So now he know how dumb he sound. And now he know when he read your text back, now he know exactly what you meant. But now he feel dumb because he got you on the ropes because you acting out. So you giving all this energy. So he like, oh, I got on the ropes. Got on the ropes. She spazzing out. Then he put, I read what you text. Huh? Okay. If that's how you feel, D meaning the cuss word. He spelled it like the thing in the river though that blocked the water from going through. D. Then he said, I love you. You don't have to be like this. I'm just tired. So y'all just, okay, I see. So y'all just extra. Y'all just like to be extra, I see. And then you say, it's kind of cut off a little bit right there on this one. Okay, something about meant to happen this way. I paid you back, so now we can both just move on. And then he says, LOL, this ain't fair. I literally have worked 17 days in a row. So see, now you gave him that to play with when you said, do you ever get a day off? So now you done gave him that to play with. Now that's what he finna play with. When a man working, ain't nothing new about that. Ain't nothing strange about that. And we don't even know if he working on that Sunday. But because he got other women now. And you said in your email you could tell that he alone. This man not alone. This man ain't alone. That's why you ain't getting that time. This man ain't alone. LOL, this ain't fair. I literally have worked 17 days in a row. Sorry, I didn't understand your words through text. SMH. Cool, move on. You have dead me before. I'm used to it. Fact is, these your wishes every time. Wow. It just make me feel bad, man, because I'm like, man, relationships be this petty. Y'all going into a full-on fight by a misread text message. And then you say, all you had to do was answer my call. We wouldn't be going back and forth through text. I'm not laughing over here at all. Then you put the frowny face, sad frowny face. Then he says, I'm still here. Then you say, get some rest. E, the name of your child, I guess, is trying to get his tooth out. So my undivided attention should be on him. Good night. Okay, and then maybe. Okay, and so yeah. All right. So basically, sis, to sum this up is this ain't your husband. This ain't your husband. This ain't your man. He don't want you. Okay. What this is right here, what you had to go through. This is what I call the black book syndrome. Now somebody else probably stole it and made it look like they, now it's probably a clinical term somewhere. But this is what I call the black book syndrome. This is where you had this man, you dated him for 6 months, 2015, before you called it off and you started dating your ex shortly after. And we dated for 3 months before we made it official, and we were together for 3 years. Until we broke up in January 2018. After being single for over a year, I ran into the guy I was dating before him, and he told me he had looked for me and couldn't believe he had ran into me. So see, that right there is the black book syndrome. You had this man in 2015. Then you bumped into him again 2019. After you cut it off after 6 months. When a woman cut off a relationship after 6 months, the relationship dead anyways. Because if this your husband, you would have never left. 6 months is enough time. That's 2 lifetimes. 3 months is where you really could tell if somebody has potential to be your husband or your wife. You went 6 months. So now that's twice the amount of time that you need to be able to really kind of read a person a little bit and see if they got the potential. After 6 months, you broke up with them. That means the relationship done. Now what happened is you went back to your ex. That's where you had that tie to your ex. You went back to your ex. He didn't want you. You didn't want him. You weren't supposed to be with your ex. But because you came back after he had lost you, it taught him a lesson that he could lose you. So that's how you got 3 more years out of it. 3 more years, y'all break up again. The same result as y'all had the first time, which y'all shouldn't have even went back together. So 3 more years, boom, it's done. Now you've been single for a whole year, a year and a half. Because you broke up in January 2018, and then in July 2019, you ran into this man. So that's a year and a half you've been single. Now, I believe I read you a mother of 3. You a mother of 3. I believe, yeah, a mother of 3. So at this time, you kind of like, the mama on the movie Baby Boy. Mama got to have a life too. I'm tired. I need me a little dang-a-lang, jar. I need me a little bit of love. These here kid losing teeth. I need somebody I can spend some time with. I know the teeth came later. But at this time, your desperation started to set in. So now you go back to your black book. He come back to his black book. Y'all bump into each other. Y'all from the black book. You remember the little black book that you write everybody's name, address, phone number down, and you go to that black book. And that's what a man does. When a man is single, meaning he ain't got nobody that's taking all his attention, but he kind of juggling, kind of playing around, he opened that black book. Okay, let me call Lisa. Let me see what Lisa's doing. Hey, Lisa, how everything going? And then Lisa, why are you calling me? I'm in a relationship. Oh, okay, my bad. Well, all right, I'll let you go. Bye. Then all right, let me call Tanya. See what Tanya doing. So he just going down the list. He had been trying to look for you, couldn't reach you, then bumped into you. All right. So now you become the one who got away. And so now this what happened. Y'all get back together. So our journey began. He tells me all the right things and tells me he never want to lose me again. So over the course of 4 months, we date. And see, this is the thing. You only take 3 months. It only take 3 months now to know. Y'all went 4 months, but y'all already got 6 months in the books. So now he known you, then dated you for 10 months. So he know what he want. And now he 41, so he old as Methuselah. And so, and when I say I know 41 is not old, okay, don't want to hear y'all mouth. 41 is not old. I know that. It's just for the sake of the conversation. So he 41. He old enough to know exactly what he wanted in a woman. If he don't know what he wanted in a woman, then he too old to be playing around and to just be dating like this. What he be doing, and then he tell you he never want to lose you again. So over the course of 4 months, y'all date, and so eventually you ask him where does he feel like things are heading, and he tell me that we are taking things slow, and I am just not satisfied with his response, so I become distant. So the distance continues. This was in October of 2019. So July 2019, y'all got together. October 2019, I stopped reaching out and hear less and less from him. Throughout time, he confesses love only in words and never actions. So to me, it's clear he's not serious. He reaches out Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. All right, New Year's you get a text, and then you say, I forgot to mention I found out he was active on a dating site, which was mainly how I was able to keep my distance from him, because between work I felt he gave me none of his time, so I figured he had been spending it elsewhere. You are right. You are 100% right, because he on that dating site and y'all been talking. Because it's like, what you think he been doing in that time, them 3 years you was gone? So if you with a man in 2015, y'all bump back into each other 2019, 4 years, and he's still available? He's still available? Because see, you went through your 3-year relationship and it didn't work out. He's still sitting over there available. You hear me? Then, so now he 41. Now you in school, you work at the doctor office, in school psychology, trying to get your bachelor's, 37, 3 kids. So you done live your little life. Now I'm gonna tell you now, you sound like a go-getter. You sound like a go-getter. Now it do sound like it's a little bit of hood in you now. It's a little bit of hood in you, cause now how you use that what you are not going to do. When you use that right there, okay, and you borrowed $250, okay, that's a little. So it sounds like to me you done been through some things in your life. You done seen some things. Cause you going for that bachelor's at 37. I'm 37. I ain't got no bachelor's. I ain't studying no bachelor's. I'm married. I ain't no bachelor. I ain't studying no bachelor's degrees. No bachelor's or no bachelor's degrees at 37. So 37, you got a grind in you now. You're a grinder, and you got 3 kids, and you're a single mama, and you work at the doctor's office, and you do a little cosmetology. Oh, you're a go-getter now. You're a go-getter. And so life done had you a little rough around the edges. And the fact that you have the audacity to ask a man for $250. Now, I don't know at what point you asked this man for the $250. But you got 2 jobs and some financial aid. And I hope you guys get some child support for them 3 kids. 3 kids, I'm gonna be collecting all kind of child support. You get me? So I'm right down to the courthouse. I'm all on that child support application. You get me? 3 kids? Absolutely not. I ain't get on my bike and carry these kids for 10 months. Push these kids out, fraction 20 bones at one time, pushing these kids out one at a time to not get no child support. I'm getting all kind of child support. You hear me? And so listen to me now. So I could tell just by this whole little makeup that you done been through some things. You done seen some things. And then you get this man that power. Don't ever ask a man for no money. This ain't your husband. Don't ever ask a man for no money. That's where your mistake at right there. You asked a man for some money. And then y'all texting. Why y'all texting instead of being on the phone? And then you got to have guidelines. Yes, you're a single mother. Don't feel like you less than and you just got to put up with anything. Don't let no man come texting you at 8 something at night talking about how you doing. It's like, bro, all the hours in the day done passed. It's 8:21 p.m. on a Sunday night. My kid got school tomorrow on Monday. And he tell you, how are you today? Well, how you think I'm ill? It's 8:21. The day over with. In bed? What you mean? And then you say, I'm exhausted. How are you? All right, you exhausted. You shouldn't be texting. And then that's how the mishap happened right there. So here the thing is. He coming in and out, in and out. Valentine's. He just hitting you on holidays. That lets you know where you at in his life. He hit you on holidays. And what he doing is he got him a list of women. You probably one of 3 and you may be one of 5. And some of y'all, he got one that he hit every day. Every day he talked to her. And then the rest of y'all just get sporadic time. You at the bottom of his roster. You at the bottom of the roster, so you just get hit up on holidays. And he just keeping the hooks in because he know how women are and he done seen how this work. So Valentine's come around and he wants to send me flowers and candy to my job. That right there is a red flag. But see, listen. You say nice gesture, I guess. And so we began talking again. But the part that bothered me was the fact that I never was able to address the distance as I wanted. So he done ignored your little power play. You tried to get you some distance, trying to ruffle some feathers, trying to get him to play into your hand. And he said, all right, go ahead, get you a little distance. Yeah, give me a little time to stay on this here Dumble and plenty of sharks. And just keep playing my little game. Go and get you a little distance. Hey, I'm going to hit you on Thanksgiving. I'm going to hit you on Christmas. I'm going to hit you on New Year. I'm going to hit you on Valentine. And got a little list. It's 5 of y'all that I'm finna send little flowers, little candy. But see, now listen. This where the thing is. You get distance, but you ain't really body. No limit soldier. See, you get distance, but you still accessible. If you get distance, you got to be gone to send a real message. He still, anytime he want to put his finger on you, he could put his finger on you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving. New Year. Happy New Year. Valentine, hey, Valentine want to send you something. Oh, really? Oh, that's so nice. That's so sweet. So now you a taker. Now he put you in, gold digger. Gold digger, taker, single mom of 3, need financial help. Right after that, though. Now, see, right after that. So our communication is lacking and commitment for him is lacking. So eventually I back off from him again. So you come back, get you a Valentine. Get you a Valentine. He do the same thing to you again. Show you that you number 5 on the roster. So you bike up again. Then you say, now here we are in November. I borrowed $250 for a very short period. You should have went to Amscot, payday loan if you need to borrow. And that ain't literal. Because here you go, people in the comments. Oh my God, Tony Jackson telling these people to go into debt and to go get a payday loan. That ain't literal. Here we are in November. And now this one you wrote me. Because see, you wrote me November 3rd. I borrowed $250 for a very short period. So now see, now this right here make you look real bad in his eyes. It make you look like a gold digger. It make you look needy. It make you look like a taker. It make you look like you have nothing going on in your life. It make it look like don't no other man in the world want you. And even if that was true, you can't let a man know that. So you barely talk to this man. You barely talk to this man. Santa Claus talked to you more than this man talked to you. And the man on the moon called you more than this man called you. But then you fix your mouth to ask him. You know Amscot payday loan better than you know him. You and Amscot closer than you and him close. But you fix your mouth to ask him for $250. Do you know what that look like to a man? It look like you a desperate, lonely soldier of love. That's what it looked like. So that make him lose all respect for you. Cause he like, man, this woman ain't got no kind of grind. Like, you need 250? Like, what you need what 250 finna do for you? Like, what you need? Like, you borrowing from me? So now you give him power in your life. You give him space in your life. And then this what let you know he a grown boy, because he didn't even give it to you. He loaned it to you. Like a real man, if you need 250, if you fix your mouth to ask a man for some money, if he a real man, he gonna, for one, appreciate that you was humble enough to ask. Like, he ain't gonna judge you, because we know 250 is a lot of money, could go a long way. But this a grown boy, so how he see you is like, ugh, okay, all right, here you go. Give me some more power and control in your life. Taking money from it, borrow becomes servant to the lender. You ain't read the Bible? All right, here go 250. So then now, then you say we had a playful conversation until he took what I said out of context. I tried to call him, explain. He did not answer. I called twice. Listen, he found out exactly what you meant by that text. He still didn't want to get on the phone. You know why? Because now he looking for another exit. Because now you done came back November. You done asked him for some money. So now when you ask him for some money, what that says to him? She ain't got no mama. She ain't got no daddy. She ain't got no best friend. She ain't got no brother. She ain't got no sister. She ain't got no church leader. She ain't got no mentor. When you have to go to a man that writes you on holidays for $250, that make him lose all respect for you. And this what you have to understand. You have to understand perception. It might be innocent to you, but you got to understand perception, because perception is reality. And so when you did that, he like, oh, wow, okay, man, ooh, you doing bad. Ooh, okay, I could do what I want to do with you. I come in and out your life however I want to, because you ain't got nobody. And so now it make a man feel like he could have some taxation without representation. Because now to him, you on an island by yourself and you need him. When you go to a man for money, now he's like, oh, you need me. And the borrower becomes servant to the lender. So now he could put his foot on your neck. And now in this here text, it sounds like he trying to be nice and he trying to apologize and he trying to do all this. And it sounds like you really was offended, for one, that he threw that 250 in your face. That's really what sent you over the edge. Him misunderstanding that text message, you understood, he understood it. You clarified that, he clarified that. You know, what really threw you over the edge is you got mad by, he said, run me my change tomorrow. That's what really threw you over the edge. Because that right there was a slap in your face. That was a slap on your ego to say, you broke, busted, and disgusted. You need me for $250. That's what really upset you. Because you didn't want to let this thing go. You didn't want to let this thing go. And then you tried to switch to get the power back. You tried to switch and get the power back. And all you had to do was answer my call. We wouldn't be going back and forth through text. I'm not laughing over here at all. Sad face. Then he put, I'm still here. Then after he said, I'm still here, now this is the opportunity to talk right here now. This opportunity, you really want to clear this thing up. Okay, now you could just call me. Or you could have just called him and y'all could have gone clarified. But you hit him, get some rest. My son is trying to get his tooth out, so my undivided attention should be on him. Good night. All right. So you try to get that power back. And he said, all right, okay, go ahead. Y'all could have talked. Your son tooth wasn't going nowhere. 15 minutes. Y'all could have talked. Y'all were texting him. You was already texting him anyway. You already tried to call him 2 times anyway. So it's like, you know. Now this could have been another day, but I don't see it on here that it's another day. So he didn't want to answer that phone though. He didn't feel like talking because he's like, man, this conversation, she finna call me, upset. So sis, listen, here go the lesson. Stop going backwards. Don't go backward. You done already tried it. You done tried it again. You done tried it again. 3 times in a row, you done had to leave this man. 3 or 4 times, you done had to leave this man and get distance. Get you some space. Y'all still ain't made no progress. You still ain't engaged. Y'all still fussing and fighting. Y'all don't know each other. Y'all been knowing each other since 2015. Dated 6 months then, 4 months now. Y'all still don't know each other because he don't even know your lingo. You said somebody been getting my time. You trying to be cute and coy. You trying to be fresh, and he don't even know you well enough to know what that mean from you. Then he talking about, and he literally, you're funny. Hope y'all work out. How you ask me for money when you got someone? I feel played. Run me my change tomorrow, please. Have a good night. And then this how y'all be doing. Both of y'all be doing this. Flipping back and forth with the mind games. The next text he say, sorry, I care about you. I'll find a way to let go. So now he try to make you feel guilty for something he misunderstood. And then you did the same thing to him on the other text. When you gonna go off on him, all you had to do was answer my call. We wouldn't be going back and forth through text. And then here go your next text. I'm not laughing over here at all. And then you send that sad emoji. It got the little big old little puppy eyes with all the little white inside the eye and the little eyebrows turned upside down and the little fade. This is how it look. You gonna send that face. Cause see that face right there is soft and sweet and endearing. And it says, feel bad for me. It say, feel sorry for me. And it worked because then he say, I'm still here. But then now you got your power back. So now what you get some rest. So see, this y'all issue is both of y'all are not relationship ready. Neither one of y'all are ready for no relationship. Both of y'all childish. And y'all need to learn what a healthy relationship looks like. You got to study happy and healthy couples. You got to learn about sidestepping power struggles. And you have to understand, I wrote about it in Make It Work. This is what you need to read. Make It Work. My book, Make It Work. Because in there it say, if we both playing mind games, everybody loses. Both of y'all playing mind games, and that's why you losing. So understand that right there. Wash your hands with this. Move on with your life. This not your husband. This not your husband. You need a fresh start with a new man and stop going back to exes. Get your life together. Get your degree. Get your job situation straight. Focus on your 3 kids. And in due season, when the time is right, you will meet the man for you and come in with new energy, with pure energy, with a whole mind, with a ready heart, knowing what real love is, knowing what a real woman is, what a real man is, what love look like, what a healthy relationship look like. With all the new knowledge that you need, start fresh with a new man from a new relationship and build it the right way, knowing the red flags so you can avoid those pitfalls, so you can check it when you see it, and you can do it with the right mindset, with the right energy, and with the right intentions. But right now, you still childish. He's still childish. And 2 children don't need to be in a relationship, especially when you raising children. So you got to learn how to communicate. You got to learn how to sidestep power struggles and not keep playing into petty arguments, because you could have shut this down. As soon as you said, I was asking you who's getting your time, then you said, meaning my time with you. Conversation over with. Like, okay, boom. It's done. Then he still trying to play on you. No one gets my time. The job about it. Hey, I'm going to bed. Long day. So now he trying to cut you off. Boom. Trying to cut you off and leave you in a state of angst and frustration and worry and just leave you on a cliffhanger. And then that's when he got you. Because right then you could have just hit okay. Or you couldn't have said nothing. Couldn't have said nothing. But you still in the power struggle. So you go right back at him. What you are not going to do is make it seem like I said something out of pocket. You misunderstood what I said, and now you don't want to even answer my call. I will never ask you for another thing in my life. Hope you sleep well. And then boom, that's when you hit him, because now he like, oh man, I think I'm about lost it. Now let me go back. So you see what I'm saying? Y'all, this 8th grade It's 8th grade games y'all doing right now. And it's so many. What had me chuckling is so many couples doing the same thing. Is we intentionally fighting and arguing and making molehills in the mountains when both parties know how stupid and ignorant it is, but we so emotion crazed and so love starved that we will take something petty and make it something big just to have something to argue about, just to have some attention, just to have somebody yelling at us because we take that as, oh, they care. And then that's when he flip it right back. I read what you text. Huh? Okay. If that's how you feel, D. I love you. You don't have to be like this. I'm just tired. So here go both of y'all. Attack, retreat, surrender. Attack, retreat, surrender. I'm sorry. I'm sorry again. I'm sorry. Oh, why you did that? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I deserve that. Hit me again. I deserve. That's what y'all doing. Childish. And guess what? 90% of the people watching this video do the same thing. Got to do better. Your relationship don't go to happy and healthy till you start sidestepping power struggles, and you stop playing mind games, and you start being open, real, pure, genuine, mature. We got to do it. And when somebody else being immature, you can't stoop to their level. You got to stay at the level you at and make your partner elevate to the level you on. Hey, this Tony Gas, I got to go. Man, my son got a little practice to do for his game tonight. God bless you. We'll talk soon.